Welcome back. It's me, Preference Evans, owner and operator of Art by Preference. I'm back with tip number 3 of 5. Beginner painters acrylic painting tips mixed with a little renew, heal, and grow. So, let me ask you a question. Have you ever met someone who's drowning in debt, but then they turn around and go back and apply for some more credit and get into more debt? Okay, well, we know this is a bad idea, but sometimes people just totally miss the boat on why they should just not get any more credit and just, figure out how to fix what they have. But sometimes you don't see another way, right? You have to have somebody to guide you. So today's tip is about drowning your canvas and your paintbrush. I'm going to show you, this is actually one of the ones that kind of bug me, especially when I'm doing paint parties. Sometimes people are like really, they kind of stretching a dollar and they think, well, if I add more water to this paint, it's going to stretch it out more. Okay, but what you're doing is you're compromising the quality of your painting. Anything can be intentional, but a lot of people do this, not on purpose. Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about. So someone will, they'll get their brush, wet it with the water, and then just keep wetting it until the water is like dripping. And then they'll get some of the paint. Now, here's the thing. Most paints that are like craft paints, see that drip? Did you see that drip? A lot of people who are, just kind of starting out with acrylic paint, they don't buy professional acrylic paints, or they buy them and don't know how to use them. I don't like crafts paints. I just don't. I don't use them for painting on canvas, for my paintings. Now, I might do a crafts project and use them, but for acrylic on canvas, I don't use those, and I advise against it. When you're starting out, you don't want to spend a lot of money, that's understandable. But with paint parties and things of that nature, the paint is usually lower quality, and so it's already going to be diluted to an extent. So a lot of times people think, okay, well, I need to add a little more water to that. And then what they end up doing is this mess right here. And then they look at me like, oh no, what did I do? And I'm like, okay, you don't put so much water in your brush. So what you need to do instead is slide that brush, those bristles, on the edge of your container. You don't need to hold it up. I'm just holding it up for you. And I like to go as far as to squeeze any excess water out. Okay. But it's always really helpful to have a paper towel or an old rag around so you can just kind of blot it in. I like using my apron. Like I usually do it on my lap. But anyway. So, again, how do you fix this? Okay, that's another story, but I'll just tell you really quick. I'll tell people just go ahead and wipe up the drips. But the worst thing that can happen is you can have some more paint down here that's not quite dry. And then when you go to try to blot it off, it removes that paint too. Okay, yeah, that's another mess. So today's tip is dry your brush. You want the viscosity of the liquid to be smooth enough to move and not hear a lot of scraping on your canvas. But you also don't want it runny. This is acrylic, not watercolor. I hope this helps. Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. And I will see you for tip 4 next.